time when the humanity of an unborn child could plausibly be dismissed as philosophical conjecture. Today we know it is a biologic fact. For every excited announcement, every baby shower, every ultrasound image posted on Facebook, all of this attests to this scientifically confirmed, very deep human truth. The only difference is that unborn boys and girls are small, and they're helpless, and they're mute. They cannot speak for themselves. They rely on strangers. They rely on us to speak for them. I believe in the innate dignity of every human life, and I believe every human society is rightly judged by how it treats its most vulnerable members: the aged, the poor, the sick, the disabled, the abused, the homeless, the widowed, and the orphaned, the pregnant mother in crisis, and of course the unborn child in the womb. Neither our society at large nor our laws have to pit the vulnerable one against another. We can choose. Instead, we have the power to choose instead, to welcome and to love and to protect all, even and especially the weakest among us. Making that choice presents an enormous challenge to all of us, as policymakers, as citizens, as neighbors and friends, as parents and children ourselves. But the challenge of life is, after all, why we're here: to use our strength in defense of the weak. We should choose to embrace that challenge and to do so with love and with open arms. We can choose life, and when this debate finally one day ends, I think we will. I think we will choose life. So let me start with a couple of questions for Ms. Tobias, if I might. At a rudimentary level, does S-1696 even consider the possibility that there might be more than one life involved and at stake when a woman seeks an abortion?
No, it does not.
And yet this proposed legislation would have far-reaching effects, potentially not just for one life, but for two in any given instance. Isn't that right?
For every abortion that is performed, there is a human life that is destroyed. This bill doesn't mention it, treating the child as a tumor instead.
So in that respect, it's very different than other legislation that might just affect one person, might just affect the health of one person. This one involves the potential in each instance for the destruction of one person's life. It's complete termination.
Yes.
Many medical experts and health providers have strong moral and ethical concerns, as they have every right to have, with providing abortions. And yet this bill, as I understand it, would have the federal government telling the states that the states, may not protect the rights of conscience for medical providers. My own state, for example, guarantees the right of a medical provider to refuse to participate, admit, or treat for an abortion based on moral or based on religious grounds. These laws matter. I can point to several instances in which, absent such laws, university or hospital policies would have forced medical personnel to perform abortions, notwithstanding and against serious moral or religious objections. So, Ms. Tobias, let me just ask, what role do freedom of conscience laws currently play, and what effect would this bill have on those laws, and what concerns should we have and would you have with such an outcome?
A lot of people go into the medical field because they want to take care of people. They go into obstetrics and gynecology, they become delivery room nurses because they want to take care of pregnant women and babies. If they are told, and they do not want to kill unborn children, if they are told that they have no choice, that they will have to perform or participate in the performance of an abortion procedure, they will either be doing something that is very strongly, deeply offensive to them, or they will leave the field, which means we would have a lot of wonderful doctors and nurses that could be helping pregnant women and their children finding something else completely something else to do. So I think that would actually be a huge detriment to the medical community.
Yep.
And this bill would strike down conscience laws because those laws would impede or reduce access to abortion.
Thank you. Thank you for your answers. I see my time has expired. Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you. Senator Cruz?